I make 46,000 kroners, and then I get some pension on top of that.
I'm a researcher at the Technical University here in Denmark.
You get at least 26,000 Danish crowns after taxes.
What's up, guys? Welcome back again to my channel. Today I'm in Copenhagen, Denmark to ask foreigners what they do for a living, how much they earn, and if it's enough to cover their living expenses while living here. I've shot a part 1 of this content and I'll be linking it to the end of this video, so kindly make it a point to watch to the end. Thanks for all your support so far. So without much ado, let's get started. Hi, can you introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Giulio. I'm from Sicily, Italy.
Italy. How long have you been in Denmark?
For about 3 years, I'd say.
I'm Tufan, and I'm from Turkey.
Turkey.
Yeah.
How long have you lived in Denmark?
I've been living in Denmark for more than 3 years now, so I came here 2021.
Oh, okay.
My name is Joel. I'm a Dane. Lives here in we're in Copenhagen right now.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm just visiting my sister and my family in Copenhagen.
Ethnically, where are you from?
So I got a little bit of a diverse background. So I was born here in Denmark, but I got my mom's German. Then I got a Danish and a German grandparent, and then my dad's born and raised in England, but with Jamaican background. So
Wow.
a little bit of everything.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm Gaia, and I'm also from Italy, and I've been living here 2 years.
I'm Christina. I'm from Mexico.
How long have you been in Denmark?
A year now.
I am Jose. I am Argentinian and Spanish, living in Denmark.
How long have you lived in Denmark for?
I am living here from more than a year.
Yes, my name is Attila. I am 40 years old. I am originally from Turkey. My family come from Turkey, but they came here to Denmark in 1967. So that's more than 50 years ago. So now we have lived here for 3 generations.
Wow.
So I will say I am 75% Danish and 25% Turkish.
Nice.
Hello, my name is Mohammed. I'm from Copenhagen. I'm 19 years of age.
Okay. Where are you from?
My parents are originally from Egypt, but I'm from Denmark.
Oh, okay.
I've been born here.
My name is Eric Notulu Mobuka. I'm from Zambia, but I've been living here in Denmark for the past 7 years.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a researcher at the Technical University here in Denmark.
What does it take for one to become a researcher in Denmark?
Oh, well, I came here in order to pursue a PhD, and now that I've finished it, I'm continuing with a postdoc position.
How much do you make as a researcher in Denmark, and is it enough to cover your living expenses?
Well, I will say that compared to other countries, especially, just talking about Europe, being a researcher here in Denmark is pretty okay. And the salary that is established at the national level, so a researcher can earn the same money here in Copenhagen compared to Aarhus, and it is way more than enough to cover for your expenses.
Oh, okay.
So I can also save, I would say 500, 1,000 euros per month.
Is Danish a requirement for one to become a researcher in Denmark?
No, not at all. To my great shame, I still didn't learn Danish, but at the same time, it's not incredibly required. So all the people are very sort of welcoming with internationals, and everyone just speaks so much of a great English that you don't really feel so much forced to go and learn Danish. Although it will be a matter of sort of respect for the country that we are here in.
All right. Thanks so much for your time.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
What do you do for a living in Denmark?
I'm a software engineer at the FDS. You know, the ship that carries passengers from Copenhagen to Oslo?
Yeah.
That company I work for as a software engineer.
Okay. What does it take for one to become a software engineer in Denmark?
I think you just have to, work a lot and then, go through a lot of interviews. And of course, some cases you don't have to study computer science, but then of course you have to be very well aware of the subject.
Okay. How much do you earn per month, and is it enough to cover your living expenses?
I worked both part-time and full-time in Denmark. So as a student, when I worked part-time, yes, it was enough to cover my expenses. I worked, but then of course I wasn't living in a very big student dorm, so I didn't pay a lot. So I earned between somewhere to, I don't know, 9,000 to 12,000 when I worked all my hours, because then since I'm Turkish, I can work at most 80 hours. And right now, so it's my first month actually, so I just got paid once. And then I don't know if it's going to be changed, because then the tax is going to change afterwards, but then I can say after taxes maybe 22,000 to 26,000, in somewhere in between. Okay. And I think right now, after being a student, it's very much like covering my living expenses. Nice. But I don't know if anything is gonna change in the future or not. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah. Thanks. What do you do for a living in Denmark?
So I'm a scientist. I work with protein analysis at a company called Evosep in Odense.
What does it take for one to do your sort of work?
Long ass education first. yeah. So I studied in Odense. I did that for 5 years. I got a master's and a bachelor's in biomedicine, and then I did a PhD after that. And then my current job is my first position after doing all of that. So 8 years of education, and but in Denmark it's great because you have the free education essentially, right? So you can pursue the stuff that you find interesting. And I think for me, protein chemistry is just like super exciting, and I know that a lot of people think it's pretty boring, but yeah, for me it's really that's the stuff.
Is Danish language a requirement for your sort of work?
No, it's not. So a year ago, my company switched the official language at the company to English. So I think in a lot of these fields where it's very science adjacent, close to what people are doing in the academia, it's necessary for the companies to attract international talent. So we speak English on a daily basis. I mean, there are also people who speak Danish, but you can be. I have coworkers that don't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How much do you make per month, and is it enough to cover your living expenses?
Yeah. So I make 46,000 kroners, and then I get some pension on top of that, and it's definitely covers what I need to live in Odense. Especially, it's more expensive to live in Copenhagen. So, but for my housing situation, it definitely covers it. Yeah.
Nice. Thanks so much for your time.
Perfect. Thank you.
What do you do for a living in Denmark?
I work in a hotel in Rådhuspladsen.
As what?
It's a mix of different. It's a receptionist. I work in a bar. A little bit of everything, let's say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is Danish language a requirement for your kind of work?
For this specific country, no. This specific company, no. When I moved over here, I was applying to other hospitality structures, and some people have said no to me because of not knowing Danish. But this company is a Dutch company actually, so it was not a requirement. It was English the requirement.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How much do you make per month, and is it enough to cover your living expenses?
I think I do enough. I think for Denmark, there are way higher salaries, but I think I'm in a good average. Coming also from Italy, in that sense, I can make the comparison, and it's way different the salaries within the hospitality department, let's say. So let's say I can save a lot every month. So it's good.
Can you give us a range?
It could be around, let's say, minimum 20,000 corona, maximum 28,000. It's a very, very big range, but yeah.
All right. Thanks so much for your time.
No worries. No.
What do you do for a living in Denmark?
So I'm a student at DTU, the Technical University of Denmark, and I'm studying sustainable energy.
Oh, so you're not working?
I'm working as a student job.
Okay. What does it take for one to do your sort of job?
I think you need a lot of time management. I think the culture here in Denmark is you do your own thing, and as long as you deliver on your results, then I am, as a boss, I'm okay with that. So I quite like that. It's very different from Mexico. So time management, self-accountability, just, yeah, it's very free as long as you do what you're supposed to do. Everything's okay.
Okay. How much do you earn, and is it enough to cover your living expenses in Denmark?
So I earn 180 crowns an hour, and I would say so, yes. If excluding tuition, just my rent and groceries and all of that, yes, it covers enough.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
What do you do in Denmark?
I am working in a company that is in waste management.
What's your role?
I am in the production team where we are sorting employees, and we are working in the quantification of the waste from different municipalities, other business, and other companies too.
Okay. Is Danish language a requirement for your kind of role?
Not at all. We can work in English. We have an international team with many nationalities, but I am studying Danish.
How much do you earn per month, and is it enough to cover your living expenses?
Yes, it's enough. It's enough for living and for saving money.
Okay.
Yes.
Can you give us a range?
Per hour, our salary is 175 Danish crowns, and we are working by shift. It depends how much of waste we have, and they build a team for the different days and the weeks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, how much do you earn per month?
It's very different. Could be between 12,000 to 15,000, something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.
You are a taxi driver. I would like to know, what does it take for one to become a taxi driver in Denmark?
When I became taxi driver for 20 years ago, then it was hard to get a taxi driver license. It's almost take maybe 1 year to become a taxi driver. But today the government have make it little easier, because we need also workers here in taxi. So right now you can get a taxi license in 2 weeks, maybe 1 month. So it's more easy, but the old taxi drivers, they have more qualification. So yeah.
Is Danish language a requirement for one to become a taxi driver in Denmark?
Of course, you need to know little Danish. You cannot only speak English. Most of our customer is speak English. We have from airport, from train station, they are tourists and business people. They speak English, but we have also older Danish customers, and we drive with persons maybe have some handicaps and they only speak Danish. You know, the government pay for their taxi trip, so you need to know little Danish, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
On average, how much does a taxi driver makes per month in Denmark?
It depends how much you work.
Okay.
It depends you own your own car or you are driver for another person. But it's not bad. You can, if you work every day 8-9 hours and you have one off day, then you can, after everything paid, you can make for yourself maybe 25,000 kroner. So it's around 3,500, 4,000 euro. It's not bad. It's good. Denmark is a rich country and everybody have a good life here, so there's nothing to complain now about. Yeah.
Thanks so much for your time, sir.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
What do you do for a living in Denmark?
I'm not studying yet. I'll study medicine in February, but right now I'm a substitute teacher in a school.
Oh, wow. What do you teach?
I teach every single subject: music, Danish, English, maths, everything.
Wow. How much do you make per month, and is it enough to cover your living expenses?
In Copenhagen, Yes, I make it's different, but around from 15 to 30,000 every single month.
Okay.
It's different.
Is that enough to cover your living expenses?
It is. I have a room, like a dorm room, so it isn't too expensive to cover.
Oh, okay. Thanks so much for your time.
Of course. Thank you very much.
What do you do for a living?
I work for DHL as a courier.
Is Danish language a requirement for your sort of work?
Well, to some extent, yes. Danish is a requirement because the software they are using in DHL, they are in Danish, and most of the customers for DHL are Danish people, so they would like their clients to express themselves in Danish. But because of the demand of the work and less employees, even English-speaking people are welcome to get employed by
Oh.
DHL because almost everybody can speak English in Denmark.
Oh, okay. How much do you earn per month, and is it enough to cover your living expenses?
Life is expensive in Denmark to some extent, but if we look at unskilled jobs which are available here in Denmark, working for DHL is one of the better ones because you get at least 26,000 Danish crowns after taxes.
Wow.
Yes. So that amount of money, I think, can help you support yourself better. And if you have a spouse, it even makes it much better.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks for your time. Thanks for spending time with me, guys. If you find my content informative, kindly give me the thumbs up and drop your comments, suggestions, etc. below. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.